Oh, I need a drink. I mean, I'm very thirsty right now. Oh, there's a cup of water right over there. I am gonna have a drink right now. Wait a minute. It's empty. Now how I am going to get water. Oh, I mean, I can get water downstairs, which honestly, I am reviewing this movie right now. So yeah. So today, guys, I am going to be reviewing Rango. So yeah. So before I go, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go right over here. So yeah. Which I am gonna do that right now, actually. So yeah. Cue the intro. Okay, guys, this is it. I've been thinking about reviewing this movie for quite a while, actually, because honestly, I just feel like reviewing this movie, actually, because honestly, this movie is very great and very amazing, actually. So yeah, so without further ado, let's start this review right now, actually. So yeah. Hey guys, this is Evan's Disney's Film Corner 2023 here, and today, guess what, guys? And today I am going to be reviewing Rango. Came in the year of 2011. So yeah, so I'm gonna read this plot on the internet. So yeah, so basically what the plot's about: a chameleon who his lived as a sheltered family pet finds himself in the grip of an identity crisis. Wonders how to stand out when his nature to blend in when he accidentally whips in a frontier town called he Dirt, which he takes the first step on transformatively journey as the new town's new sheriff through at the first Rango only role plays the series of thrilling scenarios and which so I mispronounced the name, but that's okay. And outrageously encounters forces him to become a real hero. So yeah, so that's basically what the plot's about this movie. So yeah, so I did remember that this movie actually did came out at Westwood on February 14th of 2011, which honestly, yeah. And it also did get released theatrically on March 4th of 2011 as well. And also, yeah, I know this movie is actually an hour and 47 minutes long, actually. So yeah. And also I know this movie is actually from Paramount, actually, which honestly, yeah. Yeah, and also yeah. Which honestly, yeah. And also this movie is directed by Gore Golambi. I mean this movie is actually directed by Gore Venegi, which some mispronounce his last name, but that's okay. I mean, yeah. Which honestly, who also directed The Ring, actually. And it's really interesting that he actually a director who directed a horror movie like The Ring actually directed this movie directed this animated film, actually. So yeah, and also yeah, and we'll get into the animation later. So yeah, also yeah, and let's talk about and also yeah. So before I get into the performances, I'm gonna say what I think about the movie. So yeah, so yeah, guys. So what do I think of this movie? I have to say, this is definitely an amazing animated film. Like honestly, this is definitely a fantastic animated film. Even though this movie actually did win Best Animated Feature at the 2012 Oscars, and it was the first non-Disney animated film to win Best Animated Feature since Happy Feet in 2007 or 2006. It wasn't. I mean, until 6 years later, Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse won Best Animated Feature at the 2019 Oscars. So yeah, in which that movie won Best Animated Feature. That was a non-Disney animated film. So yeah, and also the screenplay is actually written by John Logan, actually, along with German King, actually, which sorry I mispronounced his last name. So yeah, and let's talk about the cast of this movie, which honestly I thought Johnny Depp as Rango was absolutely phenomenal. Like, honestly, even though and to be honest, this is actually my favorite Johnny Depp movie. Actually, this is, to be honest, Rango is definitely my favorite Johnny Depp role as well. Which honestly, Rango is definitely my favorite Johnny Depp movie as well. And also even Ella Fisher as Beans was also phenomenal, and also Alfred Molina, who actually was who actually played Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2, and he also did play Spider-Man play Dr. Octopus again in No Way Home, which honestly I thought he was absolutely phenomenal in this movie as well, and he was also in Frozen 2 as well, which he actually played King Agnar as well. So yeah, and also speaking of Alfred Molina, he actually married he did marry Jennifer Lee, which was the chief creative officer of World Mission Studios in 2021, which honestly, which is really amazing as well. Which honestly, and also the rest of the actors of this movie are amazing as well. I mean, and even Ray Winstone was also fantastic as well, and also Neem Birdie as John was also really amazing in this movie as well. So yeah, and also I definitely think Bill Nighy as Rattlesnake Jake was also fantastic in this movie, which honestly, I know there are people that would say that Daft from Puss in Boots: The Lost Bush is basically like Rattlesnake Jake from this movie, which I can see the comparisons actually. So yeah, which honestly, even though I might prefer Daft from Puss in Boots: The Lost Bush a bit better than Rattlesnake Jake, but don't get me wrong, he's an amazing character actually, an amazing antagonist as well. But honestly, he was definitely a fantastic, and to be honest, I definitely think Bill Nighy fits the role perfectly. So yeah, and also I forgot to mention Timothy and I forgot to mention that Timothy awesome Timothy Upland, which, sorry I mispronounced his name, but that's okay. As the Spirit of the West, which likeness of Clint Eastwood, of his character, which honestly he was fantastic in the movie, even though he was in the movie for like a few minutes. But that's okay, which honestly, even though this movie is actually, this movie actually took inspiration from westerns actually, which honestly, like it actually took Cat Boo, The Good and the Bad, the Ugly, Once Upon in the West, even they referenced the Death Star in Star Wars New Hope, which honestly, and and also Chinatown as well, which honestly, etc. So now let's talk about the music and the score of this movie, which is actually composed by the one and only Hans Zimmer, which honestly, his score is fantastic. It still holds up to this day. It actually still holds up to this day. 12 years later. So yeah, I mean, it fits that to be honest, it fits that Western theme of the movie very well in his music of this movie. So yeah, I know the cinematography, and also the final thing I should talk about. And now let's talk about the animation of this movie, which honestly still holds up to this day. I mean, it still holds up to this day. I mean, it still holds up 12 years later. I mean, yeah. Even though this movie is actually not motion capture, actually, which honestly, they described it as emotion capture, which honestly, yeah, which Johnny Depp only had like 20 days to voice Rango, actually, which honestly, yeah, which many unlike many studios who provide since Avatar, which Rango was rendered in 2D, not 3D, which honestly, yeah. Yeah, this movie is actually rendered in 2D, not 3D, which honestly, yeah. And even the animation of the movie is actually, is that the animation of Rango is actually done at Industrial Light and Magic, which honestly, yeah, the animation of this movie still looks fantastic, which honestly, yeah, I mean, and to be honest, the animation looks fantastic. I mean, yeah, it looks gorgeous. I mean, the Western in this movie looks fantastic. I mean, yeah, which honestly, yeah. And also, yeah, and also this doesn't even, to be honest, this doesn't even feel like a Nickelodeon movie, which honestly, yeah. Which honestly, yeah. And also, I mean, yeah, and yeah, I mean, yeah, the animation of this movie definitely looks fantastic. So yeah, so overall, I have nothing else to say about this movie. So yeah, so overall, guys, I mean, this is my second favorite animated movie of 2011, right under my personal favorite being The Adventures of Tintin. So yeah, so overall, guys, if you haven't seen Rango, where have you been? I highly recommend it. So yeah. So, I'm gonna give Rango a 10 out of 10 spectacular. So, yeah, guys, what do you think of my movie review on Rango? So, yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe my channel, and make sure to like this video. So, yeah, stay tuned for my movie review on Elemental, which will be aka my first review of July of 2023. So stay tuned for that, which I am going to be reviewing this movie on the 4th of July, which is going to be on July 4th of this year. So stay tuned for that. So yeah. And my movie review after that, which will be after Elemental, will be Nimona, which I am going to be reviewing on July 7th of this year. So stay tuned for those reviews coming out in July of this year. So yeah. So I make this wish. Who's your favorite fearless hero? What can I say except you're welcome? We don't talk about Bruno. Remember me. And bye.